Hey guys, how's everybody doing out there?
Hello, Howie Lau.
Okay. Okay. Let's uh let's take a little roll call here and see who else here in here. Evil Twin is here. Bedtimes with Stories of Charles. WD Glock and Roll, one of our deputies or retired deputies. Laura Jean, Queen of the North. Meg Barker. A few attack goats would be handy. Yeah. Jacob's here, Big Dreams, Homestead, Michael 58, Julia at Heaven's Essentials is here, Tim Boggs, huh?
Nothing.
Copper Kettle Farms, Don Golf, Kathy's here, North Star Prepstetter, Mama Z's Texas Kitchen, Southern Blessed Homestead, Stringfield Ridge Farm, Christy Betts, Two Family Homestead. They're pouring in here now. Woohoo! All right.
Parade.
Okay. All right. So, I need to put something up here temporarily here for us. There. Okay. So we will not, under any circumstance, be talking about the you know what tonight.
Other than to say, go check out Mouse's latest video. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. Mouse's latest video is great for those who cannot sew.
Yeah. And of course, Anthony had a good one too, talking about general stuff. Oh, but hey, I'm going to break my own rule right now. I'm not going to say the word, but North Country Off Grid slapped the living snot out of all these whiners about stuff disappearing from the stores, and they're trying to blame the preppers, even though the preppers aren't going to the stores. They've already got their stuff. It is a great video out there.
No, Kathy, we're not discussing that. It's no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So we're not even going to, yeah.
That being said,
thanks for putting that up anyways.
exactly.
Adams Eden Farm is here. Strong enough to bend. I'm sure I said you already copied it. Through Jack's camera is here.
You're fine, Kathy. It's okay.
Mimsy's Garden. Hey, make sure going back up here, see who all I missed was doing that. All right. Looks like Buddy Gemini Homestead here. All right. Okay, get back down to the beginning here. News. Okay, Unpaved Explorers here. All right, and D, the Frustrated Gardener is here. All right, everybody. So tonight
we have a full house.
We got a full house, and we have a lot of. My one computer over here's got a little circle going on it. What's going on?
Yeah, too many.
The chat's keeping up on it, but let me go ahead and hit a reset on it again. Okay.
Yeah, too many children playing their Xbox online.
Yes.
Somebody needs to go by and go click with the power switch.
All right. There we go. All right. We got all right. So we got 20 watching, 18 thumbs up. All right. So let's pop this up. So you have no more pew pew powder. So we don't offend the YT. You have no more pew pew powder. So what are your alternatives for protection? Hey, Lisa, and hunting, food gathering, whatever. So, guys,
what would you use if your pew pews went dry and no longer have access to reloading abilities?
Hey, never enough time. Yeah. Hey, Chris at Holly Ridge, another one of our law enforcement officers there. Thumbs up for our law enforcement officers for being out there on the job of the what out there, which we're not going to talk about. All right. Michael says arrows. Let's see. Arrows. Okay, I can throw these arrows really hard, right?
Sure, I can.
All right. Tim says bow, slingshot. All right. Melee weapons. Yeah. Unfortunately, Michael, the melee weapons, you're not going to be able to. Put that down, Dave. Not yet. Not yet.
What they're talking about it.
Not yet. Learn how to throw a metal thing at them better. Michelle, doesn't matter. My wife is a girl. And she is something. And my daughter was head of the fencing class at BYU, Idaho. So being a girl is nothing to do about it. So Michael says melee weapons. Okay, learn nothing to the north side. Okay. Oh, whoa. Where to go? Where to go? Don't light that propane tank just yet. Toss a can of beans. Yeah, okay. 67 Oldsmobile. Hey, all right. Somebody was watching Ash and the Undead.
Those are a tank.
All right. Michael says air rifles, flamethrower, sugar rockets with shells on the cone. I'm not sure how that works.
Yes, actually it can.
Yeah, Michelle, there's you, there's Michelle P and Michael 58 in here. So we got both in here.
If you go check out the King of Random and go look for their Sugar Rocket playlist, you will see that after making said powder, you can do a lot with it. Let's just put it that way. You can do an awful lot with it.
All right. Okay, so let's start this little slideshow over here. What is that? That is an old-fashioned original bow and arrow.
And you know what? That's actually a Chinese bow and arrow. Look where the curve is. There's a longer curve on the bottom than the top.
And I think it may have been the angle of it too, because that's supposed to be something else, but what they listed on the thing. But yeah. So hey, Urban Prepper 34. Yeah. So a simple bow and arrow. You can make a simple bow and arrow if you go ahead and watch some YouTubes about it first. You can the simple bow and arrow, easy to make.
Harder crap to master.
Yeah, there you go. And you got the modern version of it. That's a little bit more modern version of the bow. And then you go from the standard bow to the long bow. Look how long that bow is. You can't even see the bottom of it. That's an English longbow.
Did you get any pictures of Mongolian bows?
Don't blow secrets yet.
I just asked a question. Okay, I'm gonna sit back here and just be quiet.
Yeah, your time will come. I got something special for you to go do. Crap. Hey, Scott driving home. All right, so with your standard bow, you can get the modern equivalent. This is a takedown one, but you can get the simple the simple standard bow, and we're good to go. And these are rather inexpensive, and even the cheap, inexpensive bows you can pick up at Big Five Sporting Goods, Walmart even. All right, you can get small game with them. Take some practice. So if you're going to get one, get it now and get your practice in. Besides that, it's fun. Bows are fun. Now, here is one of your first recurve ones. This is a Mongolian recurve bow, which Dave was asking about. And it's also one of the first composite bows too. But start getting more modern. Hey, here we have a modern recurve one. More power, more fun, more missed arrows to go chasing down. This is a composite recurve longbow. Somebody thought they were going to go over the top, I guess.
No, and it actually takes more force than the average human can do. Those take upwards of 200 pounds of draw pull out of your scrawny little body, trying to pull 200 pounds of that bow just to get it. I can't do it.
No.
And there
Maybe
are people that can do it accurately.
Yeah. When I was in my early 20s, I could. All right. And now we have the new, getting into the modern stuff. We have compound bows, which make it a little bit easier and stuff. And besides that type compound bow, I'm going to step away from this for a second and go large on me. And whoa, I got a compound bow, a neat one. It can shoot right hand and left hand. And I'll explain the purpose of that one later on here in a moment. So we got the
hey, hi.
Hey, Howie. And we got Tim saying his bow is tough on 140 pounds. All right, so we got this one here, which just about anybody, any teenager can use this compound one.
Yeah, it's a 60.
And of course, you know, once they have one thing, someone's got to make it better.
That's a 90.
And even better, again, with more weights and balances and funny stuff on it. And then they really deck it out with all sorts of neat things, all sorts of little sighting things on it here and this, and counterbalances and stuff to keep the strings from going twing and making noise. But then I think someone literally went.
Biscuit.
What was that?
It's even got a whisker biscuit.
Yes, it even has a whisper biscuit right here. But then somebody even went a step further. Who can tell me what this is?
Something from the mind of York Sprov. I actually don't know. Because see,
this is a real cool one. I almost got this one before I got married. All right, so who knows or can guess what type of bow this is?
Breaks out phone Google picture search.
Chris got it.
Oneida.
The Oneida Eagle recurve. The Oneida Eagle breaking recurve compound bow.
Too much.
Okay, and why is it breaking? Well, guys, if you see down here, right here, this spot and this spot up here, this end here, does something amazing here. Let me show you in the next slide here what it does. It breaks right here, and when you're holding this thing back, it's got like a 5-pound pull at the beginning. I mean, out here when it's all the way out, you're only holding about 5 pounds. When that sucker lets go, it snaps that shaft out there like you would not believe. When I bought my Golden Eagle, this guy had one of these in the store and he'd been hunting with it. He said he was shooting a 6-inch overdraw, which basically means instead of having the brace here, it has a little thing comes back 6 inches, a rest here for the arrow to sit on. Shooting carbon fiber shafts, and he shot a deer. This produced so much power. It shot that shaft through the deer, all the way through, and got a deer they didn't realize was behind it. They used both their tags with one shot. His buddy was a little upset that he had to waste his tag. He didn't even get a chance to shoot. So, Brass Star at 762 says, I'd rather have a simple bow or a crossbow. Hold that thought. All right, so that's the regular bows. Now we're going to get into something else Dave's going to like. Crossbows.
I got 2. One baby and an adult.
And I think I wound up getting a picture of yours up here.
Let's see. Nope, that ain't it.
That ain't it. That is one of the original type crossbows. This is the trigger mechanism back here. This had a cam stay for the string on it. And here's a little bit more modern one.
And you realize that's the only rope that they use to tension it
Mm-hmm.
and string. It's not any special cordage. It's just plain rope.
Yep. And then, so let's, there's an all wooden version.
Very simple, very easy. That one's probably good for rabbits. That's about
Yeah.
it. Or very close range.
Yeah. And that's something you can actually make fairly easily.
Mm-hmm. Actually, you can make it just by looking at that. You can figure it out.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, it's very simple, very easy to make. All right. So now we go to start getting to the modern version of it. Of course, this modern version, I was, comes with a scope, but I was trying to put the ones without the scope on there first and I forgot. I blew it. Sorry. Now we get a little bit better. Now going to recurve. You notice the previous one was not a recurve. Well, it was a recurve. What happened? Okay, I got some of them out of order then. You got recurves. And they get a little bit fancier and different materials. And now you got the compound regular. A couple of those, and they're getting fancier again. They got Picatinny rail on it. And then you got getting even bigger and badder. And then someone had to go and be funny. So this is serious. This is out there.
Mm-hmm. It's a standard bow using a cantilevered pulley system on it, similar to a compound bow, but not quite. And it's got about a 140-pound draw, which is slightly stronger than the one I've got now.
Yeah. But for those of you that like shooting from your rifle, this is the closest you're going to get by shooting a bow from a rifle. Mm-hmm. And here's the next generation.
Yeah, uber expensive.
Mm-hmm. Nothing out at the side, and it's basically a tension, tension spring system inside here,
similar to the top of your lawnmower.
And yeah, it really. Actually, Scott, I did not see. So anybody can answer it here. Here's the question. What kind of crossbow did Daryl have in The Walking Dead? I do not know. I did not watch The Walking Dead.
I watched the first season and a half, and that was it.
Okay. I saw a couple of episodes here and there, but I didn't do it.
Kathy in Southern, it's really not overkill, considering it's taking a very big package and making it much smaller.
Yes.
It's not much stronger than a simple crossbow. A 200, 300-pound crossbow. I think it may be slightly stronger, but in all honesty, its claim to fame is the fact that it's uber small. You don't have big bows hanging off the side of it,
and you can use it in the brush when you're hunting. Whatever.
It's about the same size as a standard rifle.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see where the hand grip is in the stock. So I mean, it's more along the size of a pistol caliber carbine. Total of maybe 22, 24 inches total.
And on the back here, this piece up here in the back is what you pack and push to ratchet it up to get your tension on your mechanism. And no, it's not very noisy, from what I understand. I have not been able to find a video on it yet showing them shooting it.
They're still relatively new.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking, they're just now out of R&D stage. You're just now into what they call beta development.
But there, supposedly there are test ones out there being tested. So it won't be too much longer. I would say by first of next year, this will be on. They may even make it by Christmas.
You know, see, I'm cheating. If crap hits the fan and I need to go to something like that, I'm just having Yark Sprav move next door and I'll be good. Who else? What better person to have than the master of the slingshot channel?
Okay, Holly Ridge is asking, get back over here. Do you know the original way to launch to launch an arrow like the Native Americans?
Mhm. Yep.
Now, did the Native Americans use the atlatl like the other countries did? I don't know.
Not quite through a tree, but I guarantee it'll make short work of virtually any animal it does hit.
Yeah. All right. So after this, where's my? There it is. Okay. So I think we're done with crossbows. I think we're moving into the cross pistols.
I got one of those. It's not that one.
Yeah. Now there's something to be leery on the cross pistols. This one has the good pull here on it to cock the skirt the
Ba-ding.
blah, blah, blah. String, but yeah. And then here's a little bit neater. You can shoot with this one here. I mean, it comes with all sorts of stuff you can shoot out of it, and it even looks like it has the fishing line here on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you can shoot pellets out of it.
Do not recommend it.
Yeah.
Do not recommend it. There's not enough mass behind those to keep the crossbow from causing damage to itself.
Yeah.
Accurate. Very accurate.
This one's a little fuzzy, but
close.
Yeah.
That looks very close to the one I've got.
And this has the cocking mechanism in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It just bends down to cock. And then, hey, it's the cheap one off of Amazon for $9.95, which in the mortal words of my son was, this is a piece of crap.
But it is still lethal.
Yeah, if you can get it to work. Problem is, it was all over the place.
Yeah, there's tricks to fixing those. Yeah.
The composite version, not of the wooden one that previously. And now they actually have the
very fancy.
The cantilever cantilever combat, whatever on it to do it.
If you're going to buy one, let me put this in here real quick. If you're going to buy one, if you're interested in buying the pistol type, email me. I'll get you a link to the pistol one that is actually worth getting. It's got an 80-pound draw on it, and it is very accurate. Gosh, can't think of any. There's a YouTube channel out there. I don't really care for the guy anymore, but there's a guy that actually done a few videos on it, and they're lethal and accurate. The one I've got is the reason it's because of his video. The reason I went out and bought the one I've got, and mine is very accurate, up to about 15 yards.
Yeah, it depends. All right, the $9.95 one, not very accurate. Some of these others get down really accurate because you're paying for it. You're paying for your accuracy.
No, I only paid $30 for mine, by the way.
Which is more than $9.95. Yeah. All right, where are we here? All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to pull it off here for a second. I got to show you something here. So while I'm doing that, Dave can show you his.
No, I can't. They're not here. I lost them in a boating accident.
Your crossbows?
Mm-hmm. I lost them in a boating accident. You didn't see that thing I threw up there earlier. It wasn't really there. It was a fake image.
Okay. So let me pull this down for a second here. Pull this over here. And see if I can get this up here to go.
This is a cheap shot from Cold Steel, which is also the same as the R9 Cobra from the company overseas. And I've kind of got mine decked out a little bit. Now I can.
All right. Let me get this link here. Control C.
If I need to go extra range and. But
all right.
This is a 130-pound draw, and it's accurate up to 40 yards with no issues. I haven't personally pushed mine past 40 yet, but 40 yards is doable.
Okay, guys, I'm going to put a video up here for you. I'm just going to show part of it. You're not going to do it. There's the link in the. I put the link in there for this video. This guy is my hero, and you'll see why.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Mr. Lars Anderson.
Yes.
Never heard of him.
All right. Yeah. Okay, right here they're talking about the method he's using. He's using a method that they don't use today. They do not put the arrow across on this side of the bow. They're talking about keeping the arrow on the same side, which is why I can shoot right and left-handed this style with that bow. So he's set several speed shooting records and shoots twice as fast as his nearest competitors. All right. So this guy started shooting. He started shooting in 2005. Okay. That's when he started archery. And this is 10 years later, this video here.
Oh, he just lost all his arrows.
You know, so the back quiver is a Hollywood myth, is what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And what he's explaining here in the video is that modern archers stand still and shoot at a target or something, or they're not combat archers anymore. And so that's where the back quiver came from and everything. So some good information here. I wish I could get the sound to work. Yeah. And so the modern archers started putting on the left side because they were shooting one eye instead of two eye.
Eek.
Yeah.
That's an expensive bow he just had in his hand.
So you see your hand's on the wrong side of the string and you got to switch it. See all these pictures that he's going through, they're showing on the same side, the arrows on the same side as their.
Later, Howie.
Yeah.
He's got enough muscle memory. He can pull off a 200-pound bow with no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, he does some amazing things with his stuff. Yeah, he does all sorts of cool stuff here. I mean, let's see. All right, so I'm going to stop that here right now. So this guy is phenomenal. In 10 years, he's winning competitions, setting world records because he shoots the way they used to shoot in the old days, where you take the arrow, bring it up on the side, and shoot it from the same side rather than doing all this funky turning it around. And he moves all the time. He actually one of the further on here, he talks about the Robin Hood myth about splitting an arrow and a target. They have him filming him splitting an arrow in mid-flight. So, yes, this is a phenomenal guy, and this is the way people really should learn how to shoot, to go hunting and stuff. So, let me get this other back up here, and we'll continue on. So, wrong one. There we go. Get this back up over here.
Hey, gunslinger.
And, huh?
I said hello.
Hey, gunslinger.
Hey, Tim.
So, let's see here. Let's get this up here. So, we just showed Lars Anderson. And now we're going to talk about something else Dave loves. Slingshots. This is the
I have no
slingshot.
idea what the heck you're talking about.
This is representative of the slingshot we all know and love as kids, except this is using surgical tubing instead of rubber bands. I couldn't find one with rubber bands on it.
That's because, believe it or not, the rubber bands just ain't diddly squat.
Yeah.
There are different types of TheraBand, and the different colors of TheraBand indicate the strength.
Yeah.
And that's what almost everybody's going to. That's what mine uses is TheraBand.
Yeah. But I wanted to show an old-fashioned one with the rubber bands off the newspapers, like we used to make as kids. But after that, the next thing I came across when I was a young lad was something called the wrist rocket. And it was the first one to use the surgical tubing. And then the next evolution of slingshots was when it has had adjustables on it, where you could adjust how far out the wrist support was from the grip, and how far forward you can slide that other piece for to get more. If you have a longer pull, longer arms, they moved it forward. Shorter pulls, they moved it back. And then they really upped the game on it. And then they went insane and put 3 surgical tubes on it.
Yeah, it's still not that strong. That's orange TheraBand. It's not that strong.
Yeah. And then they had these funky ones with flat bands.
Yep, that's also a TheraBand item.
And then they started getting one with laser sights and cam action springs on them.
I wouldn't know nothing about the laser beam stuff.
Yeah, I see the laser flashing.
Of course,
I know they got side sights and everything else on them. And
the nice thing about those, especially the newer ones with the extra springs on them, once you get used to pulling them back, you can actually pretty much hold them at your hip and hit anywhere you're at. I can do about a 2-inch group with my slingshot firing from the hip at full draw.
Yeah, but guys, it's practice, practice, practice. Yeah. And what do we got next? And this is all right. Here we got a whisker biscuit on it, and he's got the fishing thing on it, so he can go fishing with his slingshot. I mean, yes, they have the fishing attachment for bows as well, and I didn't find any that had them on there. But yeah, and they have special arrows with special tips on them for going after fish. But yeah, you can hunt fish with a slingshot with a whisker biscuit and the attachment. There is a lot of neat stuff out there that a lot of us don't know about. And then the next thing up, BB guns. Oh no, BB guns! You mean like the one from A Christmas Story, where every kid can put an eye out?
Okay, hold on. I got to show something.
Hold on. All right.
I was going to ask. Full screen me, please.
Full screen.
Is a fishing dart for slingshots. You tie your string to this end, and all these little pieces are removable. Even the tip here, the little hooks or barbs. And I will tell you, there is a guy down in Florida that uses these to fish with in a slingshot, and he pulls 25 and 30-pound fish out of creeks. So they work. Okay, I'm done. I had to go grab my little ammo pouch. Little. I got a bigger one.
Okay, so now we're getting into BB guns, which are not firearms. And so BB guns, I need to do, pull something up here real quick. All right, past Lars and get into BB guns. And I'm not going to spend much time on BB guns because let me just enlarge this a little bit so we can read it all together here. Modern BB guns usually have a barrel with a bore cylinder of 4.5 millimeters or 1.77 caliber.
0.177.
0.177 caliber. These guns usually use steel BBs, either zinc or copper coated, resist corrosion, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. And the question is, can a BB gun kill a human? BB guns can kill a person. High velocity BB guns have hot BB guns with muzzle velocities higher than 350 feet per second can increase this risk. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission reports about 4 deaths per year by BB guns or pellet rifles. All right, so, and you want BB guns? Yes, there's a whole bunch. There's your Red Ryder BB gun and all the other funny BB guns. And they're making BB guns look all slick and neat and stuff. And somewhere I have up here, couldn't find it to bring it up here. I have a BB gun that basically is the ones out of the comic books you could order 20 years ago or so, 30, 40 years ago, that are plastic and takes a Freon can, or AC Freon can, put it on there, and you just fill it full of 500 BBs, and it's just like an air siphon. So you pull the trigger, and it just shoots BBs out until the can freezes up. Then you got to wait for the can to thaw out, and then you continue shooting again.
How did that go again?
Now, this is how devious I am. And one of the guys at work, we worked at Mountain Cascade at the time. We had a bunch of these, and on Saturday when nothing was going on, and we had to be there anyways for coverage, we'd go out and shoot the trees and stuff in the back of the property and stuff, just to defoliate it. We were getting tired of the Freon cans freezing up, so we would take a bucket of hot water out there, stick it in the bucket of hot water, and start shooting. Well, still, even then it ran out, and it got expensive shooting all that Freon. Well, we took one of the cans that was empty, drilled a hole in it up to just a little bit larger than 1/4 inch, so we could thread a piece of 1/4 inch pipe in there. Then we brazed it tight shut and put a air fitting on there. We hooked it up to the 175-pound air compressor in the shop, loaded that sucker up, and we just sat there and went through it, and it was awesome. It was awesome. All right, let me get this back up here.
Now we know why DHS wanted him. They didn't want him fighting against them.
I refuse to either confirm or deny that. So from BB guns, we're going to take the next step in evolution to pellet guns. And pellet guns come in basically 2 sizes, or used to come in basically 2 sizes. The 1.77 and the 5 millimeter. And this is what your standard pellet gun used to look like. This is called a brake barrel. It pivots here and it pumps up. This is like the Benjamin 5 millimeter I have at home. It's not a brake barrel. The forward stock is a pump action, and you pump it up. You open it up, drop your pellet in there, and close it up, and go to town. This one here, usually they say about 8 pumps or so to do on it. We've put 10, 15 pumps in it to kill some real big rodents and Norwegian wharf rats, which we're ignoring the 0.177 caliber pellets. There's a little more modern version of it, trying to make it look like a modern, what.
It's
scary. It's a scary one. Anyways, it's a pump one as well. And then the next evolution was, hey, let's put a high compression cylinder with it, so we can don't have to pump it up.
And you notice what that's got? It has a circular magazine.
This was front half was to look like a Chicago piano player. Now, not only have the pellet guns evolved, so has the ammunition. From simple round ones to pellets, BB balls, stuff. We used to take ones like the Pro Match here back 45 years ago, and we'd load it in backwards.
Yep, still flies accurate.
Still flies very accurate, and it turns it into a hollow point. And then there's all sorts of what's that?
When it comes to pellets, it's definitely a pick your poison because there's so many different varieties of them out there.
They got some with plastic on them now, others with brass trailers. Yeah, they got all sorts of different ones. And if you're hunting, they got specific ones for pest control and hunting, like little dart type ones or hollow point ones that are with the hollow point in the front, or a combination hollow point dart. Now, it took another step in evolution.
Big boys.
This tank on the back here is to be charged to 3,000 psi, and they have a special 3-stage pump. You can do that by hand, or you can get a bigger tank that you go down to a scuba shop. They'll pump it up, and you just charge it up at a time. And like this one here is if I remember right, this is the 257 caliber. So basically, it's a 25 caliber pellet rifle. It uses just your standard 25 caliber slugs in whatever you want, like you were going to reload your own ammunition, only you just put it in there and fire it.
Now, in addition to that, there are some models that also will shoot arrows. All you got to do is unthread the barrel, you thread a tube on, and you shoot your arrows. And when those are gone, you change your barrels and go back to shooting your pellets or whatever caliber you have.
Speaking of the devil, there it is.
Yeah, I kind of figured you'd have it, but I thought I'd throw it out there anyway.
Yeah. And so, and I believe this one is a 357 caliber.
Look at the slug.
Yeah.
Then you take a little teeny 1/8" drill bit and go in the tips. Oh, whoops.
Or you just buy the hollow points themselves. This is a 357 caliber. He was hitting the targets at 200 yards with an air rifle. And this is the latest, greatest, baddest boy on the block. This is the 457 caliber Air Force Texan with the new valve on it. So instead of being a 500 foot-pound rifle, it is a 600 foot-pound rifle. With this, there are guys with the 500 foot-pound rifle that were hunting deer and elk and taking them down.
And oh, by the way, that so-called looking silencer thing on there really doesn't silence them much.
Yeah.
That's just the expansion chamber that without it, it would overcharge the barrel that it has.
Yeah. And so here's basically, this is what you can get one of these, carbon fiber tanks, or you get one of the steel ones, and you can charge it up, or you can just, if you're out at the range, you can hook it in directly and run off the big tank at the range. So air rifles have come a long way, people. Yeah, Chris, I thought you'd like that. These are some new. That's not CO2. It's just compressed air. And these are compressed air up to 3,000 psi. And that is what I have for you guys. Now, you guys, I want to hear what your ideas are on what you can do if you don't have, if you don't have powder.
Enough
That,
said.
yeah, Dave has that.
Julie's got the other end of the spectrum covered.
Yeah, she's got the her butter knife, aka a machete. I have something too.
Yep.
My tomahawks.
They're throwable.
Mm-hmm. I left my throwing knives in California. I have a set of throwing knives.
I was never good at those. Stars and shurikens, on the other hand, I was pretty decent with.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't have the stars and shurikens in California.
No, Dave's a no.
Yeah.
But there's a way around that. There is a legal way around that.
Yeah, if you can have them if you are a practitioner of the martial art and are going to and from the school, the dojo. You can have it at the dojo, to and from, and at your home, and to competitions or demonstrations that are, quote, scheduled or whatever they have, funky word they put on it.
There's one other little teeny loophole.
It's that
if it's not shaped in a star, it's legal.
Not in California. It says any throwing device, even round.
These aren't round, but they're not stars either.
Well, yeah, but if they're like 6-pointed, 8-pointed, whatever.
Nope, 4 points.
4 points. Those are considered stars.
Damn, Newsom.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Newsom.
On the whole state too.
That was way back before Arnold was governor.
Figures.
Chris at Holly Ridge says we hit plenty of roadkill while driving. Now, some states do not allow you to take the roadkill. There are a few states that do. I don't know which states do, which states don't. I can't remember. There was. I learned it on YouTube here with some of the channels that were talking about. Oh, we can do. We can take the roadkill, but let me get this other one up here. Okay. I do have another video here for you if I get it in the right spot here. I think I got it in the right spot. This is that big bad boy, the big boy on the block. And let me get it set in the right format here. There we go.
Dang, Butch.
What'd Butch say?
Poison.
Blow tarts. I was hoping blowguns. I was hoping someone was going to bring up blowguns. That's something else. Throwing sticks even. Okay. All right. Made a note and can put them on a freezer. Make a note in CAD, then put it in the freezer. I guess CAD is some sort of online system to report roadkill. Chris? Cane Sword Michael. Yes.
Hey, Liberty.
Hey, Liberty Gardens. But let's see if I got this video here right in the right spot. And see if... All right, so he's shooting a ballistic gel. Did you see that gel jump? So they're going to look at it. Watch this.
And if you watch very closely at that video, that projectile actually pretty much goes all the way through. There was a very thin membrane that actually kept it from passing completely through. Yeah. It actually went through all 16 inches of gel, but was pulled back in.
All right. Now, let me run this some more information on while I'm listening to what he's saying. All right. It was a 350 grain that they hollowed out down to 290 grain. So it's a 290 grain 45 slug.
Fish.
So it would go all the way through him side to side.
Mm-hmm. Provided it didn't hit bone.
Yeah, if it went just side to side in the middle of the gut, go all the way through.
Now, if you do a proper chest shot, which is, forgive the vernacular, one fist size below the and slightly to the right of the left, you know what, and you don't hit a breast or a rib, heart go stop.
Yep. Okay, I was missing stuff. Okay, Michael says to use an orc sword. Uh-huh.
Thank you, Kathy.
Uh, Glock and roll. This is a different type of air rifle. There are a bunch of different air rifles out, but right now, the Air Force Texan has the crown
For now.
for now.
Well, no, actually, the one Yark Bade has got the crown. This thing it's got enough. When you release the pressure, it feels like you're getting hit with a 50 BMG on your shoulder.
Yeah,
It's got that much pressure, but that is also a custom build.
yeah, custom build.
So if you want to
Yeah,
know what that looks like, go to the Slingshot channel, Yarg and you'll learn quite a bit.
yeah. But as far as mass production market ones, the Air Force Texan is right now king. Now it comes in different calibers. It comes in 257, 357, 308, and 457. So, and if you want to look, if you Google it, you'll get all the different images of the different ones. And there are some of these images are linked to YouTube channels where they're talking about it. So there's besides the Texan, there's also another one. I can't remember what it's called right now. That's a basically it's a lighter version of it, and I think it only went up to 308 was the biggest it had in it. What, gross?
No, the one above it. She's already retracted it.
Okay.
It's not on StreamYard.
Oh, no one wants to face a stoner with a case full of yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There are. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't think that post was wrong, but who knows what the AI is running amok.
There is new rules. If it may offend somebody, did you put it in your video? Well, considering that's such a broad term, probably. Oh,
Yeah.
monetize your channel.
Yeah. Oh, gee, the snowflakes are getting out of. Oops, I said snowflake.
I don't care. Say it all you want. It doesn't offend me one bit. Matter of fact, it makes me giddy inside.
So,
so much fun.
Yeah. All right. Now,
have a good one.
All right, Butch. Was it Bush that said the blowgun?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, in some states, blowguns are highly illegal. In other states, they're legal. But the funniest thing for all this, without powder, I'm going to refer back to Let's Talk About Prepping, his channel, Tyler's channel. He made a monstrous potato gun using ABS pipe. Yeah, we had snowflakes coming down this afternoon too, all of a sudden while I was out there in the field. But he used like 2-inch ABS pipe and went down to 4-inch ABS pipe for the chamber. Unscrewed the back off, had a pezzo lighter for a barbecue grill on it. He put his potato in there, unscrewed the back, sprayed just a quick shot of starting fluid in there, and fired it. It went sailing. Now,
you can always increase the volume too.
Yeah.
More
years ago, when we first heard about potato guns, back when I was working at Mountain Cascade, we had a couple of the mechanics in there who were fabricators, and they heard that. And I come in one Saturday, and they're in there making this potato gun out of a 6-inch piece of pipe, 18 inches long, neck down to a inch and a half inch piece of pipe, 80 gauge steel on it, threaded plug cap on it. Had it hooked up with a Pezzo type ignition system, only it was for a it had a little coil on there, ignition coil to ignite it. When they didn't give it a shot of starting fluid. They went with starting fluid, screwed it on, and when that sucker went off, that big heavy gun moved back 6 inches, and that potato was out the barrel and in 15 feet turned to mush because of the air resistance on it. So what did they do? They took a 6-inch piece of wood dowel, put it in an inch and a half wood dowel, put it in there, and that sucker went over 300 yards. So you can make some really interesting stuff, potato guns, that if you use the right size barrel on it, you can probably load it up, put a wad packing in the back, and put an arrow in there, and really send that arrow. Of course, they have to be either aluminum shaft or carbon fiber, so it doesn't and go on you. But yeah, you can do some interesting things to make a something you can hunt with when you don't have powder. Pumpkin oh, thank you, Wide Family. I totally forgot about pumpkin chunking.
How could you forget that? That's America's pastime down south.
Oh, it is.
Us middle staters really don't particularly care for throwing our favorite late year dessert down the highway like that.
Yeah, which brings up something else. Other historical weapons. The catapult, obviously. The trebuchet. The ballista, which is sort of like a crossbow, only it's really set up. You really got to crank this, and it's made up like a piece of artillery, and it shoots big old bolts out of it.
Good night, Holly Ridge.
All right, Chris, take it easy. And so, but yeah, there's you look at some of the stuff that's out there, like in pumpkin chunking, the big old things, but oil weapon. Oh,
me have better idea.
Howie's getting medieval on me.
Stump remover and some sugar and one other item. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Ground into a very, very fine powder.
Mm-hmm.
Cooked until a lightly caramel brown. Stuff in tube. Your choice. Get cardboard or metal. Cardboard works like a rocket. Let's not discuss what metal ones do.
Yeah. You can all, it's like making something called gun cotton.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, 3 for the road, RV. And so some of the, there's a lot of stuff, but I think I started out with the most common one people can go with, archery. And I think archery is probably, what Kathy put out there, pumpkin cannon by the Science Channel. Yeah. PVC ball bearings, flamethrower, kills the skin, kills the skins and cooks it.
Now, if you're medieval on somebody, and it's really not medieval, it's just plain overkill. Go again, check out the Slingshot channel. And he built the world's largest slingshot.
It's called the Slingshot channel, YouTube channel?
Mm-hmm. The Slingshot channel. Jörg Sprav. The world's largest slingshot shoots pumpkins through cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Julie, on somebody. There you go. Just stick them in the basket.
Yeah.
You said what? Off they go.
Not overkill, just well done.
What you need to do is you need to hook one on the left fender and one on the right fender, the old Dodge there, Julie, and make sure the little fires are kind of licking the tips of the barrels as you're driving down the road. And then when people get in your way, just honk your horn and flare it up just a little bit. I guarantee they move.
All right, now I'm going to go a little weird on you guys here with something. I'm taking suggestions that two people have made, reminding me of something that was out before.
Tim, they did mention it briefly.
Yeah, the atlatl and dart that was mentioned in the beginning. Atlatls, shoot. All right.
Big stick with lipstick on it and go, if you're accurate enough, you go.
All right, before it goes away, where is it?
Hello, Quebec.
Atlat. A-T-L-A-T. Atlat. Well, okay, and so yes, there are how to throw an atlatl hunting darts, projects on how to do it, all YouTube channels, images on what a atlatl is. There's some good ones there. Basically, it's ways of throwing things. You can buy them. You can make them. There's instructions on.
Don't need no stinking the instructions.
Yeah, but atlatls. But one of the things I was thinking about, Dave, you mentioned. I forget what you mentioned now, but I know Julie mentioned about the CD case, and it reminded me about. Oh, you mentioned about shapes other than a star. Okay, and then I said they have round ones and stuff in California that are illegal. The reason why the round ones are illegal was because somebody went and took a 12 gauge piece of steel and shaped the edges on it so it was razor sharp. Took a crossbow, modified it so this 4-inch disc would fly out of the crossbow.
Yeah, you know where you got the idea? York Sprav. He actually did that to saw blades.
Yeah.
With lethal accuracy.
Yeah. And so, so that's why having the round discs with the blades sharpened all the way around is illegal in California.
Yeah, just go to York Sprav. He'll teach you how to build one using a saw blade.
Yeah. But saw blades is something else that you can shoot out. Now, I've also seen, trying to remember where it was, but someone was shooting saw blades with air power. Basically, you had just enough scat, you drop it in there and you shut the saw blade out.
If the saw blade doesn't have a rotation to it, it's not going to be very accurate. It's actually going to wind up flipping in the air and start going all kinds of crazy crap. That blade's got to be spinning. It's got to have a counterbalance to it.
Well, if you turn the weapon slightly sideways, it's resting on the one side. It's dragging on the one side. So it should get all the spin out of it. But still, you start firing a bunch of those out and they're going every which way. The enemy doesn't know where to go.
You want one what, Julie? You already have the biggest butter knife in the block here. What more can you ask for, young lady?
I think she wants one that wants the crossbow that shoots the disc or the saw blades. And speaking of the small saw blades, I mean, they got the for those little trim saws, they got the 3.5, the 4, 4.25, and 4.5-inch blades you can choose from.
You know what I would think would be more devastating to the human body, if we're going to go extreme, is making one for a 3-inch disc and using carbon fiber cutoff wheels. Those will rip to shreds whatever they hit. And
that'd be great for pigs, not humans. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yes.
Spinning blade of death. Yes, please.
Check out York Sprav's channel, the Slingshot channel. It's about 3, maybe 4 years old that he actually made. And it's a big contraption. It's not something tiny, but he's got it set up with gears and everything. So as it goes forward, the gears spin the blade. So when it comes out, it's got its own rotational mass and it stays flat and it's lethal accurate. And when it embeds a 6-inch saw blade about 2 inches deep into a 2x6 that's pretty stout and treated, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. The did I put? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah. So there's a bunch of different things. Oh. Geez. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it?
Over there.
No.
There?
One of the things here I was looking at. Dang it. I lost it. Shoot. One of the ones for arrows and stuff. They're talking about different type arrows, and somebody developed an arrow for the to be shot out of a crossbow, but at the front it was a crescent moon shape. It was for zombie hunting.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I would be very leery of that personally.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had some machine tools and a shop where I could actually build something, I would actually modify one of the crossbow bolts I've got and try it in my cheap shot.
Yeah.
With it mounted squarely bolted to a table with a piece of string and me about 70 feet behind it. Going, fire in the hole, duck. Just in case it decided to go. Because if you put too much weight at the front of a crossbow bolt, when you go to pull it, it will literally shred the bolt itself.
Yeah.
Which is why I think I was having such an issue with trying those different broadheads and stuff on the cold cheap shot. It was putting too much pressure in the front and it was causing it to flex, which the way those broadheads are designed, they kind of act like veins on the back of an arrow. So as the bolt flexed, it caused it to pull down in the air.
Yeah.
Causing it to go all kinds of kitty wampus.
You would not have to decapitate anything.
Yeah.
Okay. What's that? That was from some of many of them. But
yes, I'm drinking chocolate milk instead of my normal coffee, so I figured I'd drink something healthy tonight. That way people quit yelling at me, you don't need all that coffee. Yes, I do. I'm getting sleepy now. I heard about that, Derek.
Oh, no, I did not hear that.
Oh, that's not bad. I did go to Walmart today, and the Walmart TP that's on the shelf, the good Walmart TP, is normally $3.75 for 8 rolls. It is now $5.69. The cheap Walmart TP that you go and it goes whoosh, is $3.95 for 4 rolls. That's starting to sound like price gouging, folks. So just be careful of what you're doing. Pay attention to your prices.
And something else I forgot to talk about. The one on the bottom back here. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. There. Is not a rifle. I mean, it's not a firearm. That is a 177 caliber air rifle. 2,000 feet per second. That's my son-in-law's. And he has it for hunting squirrels and pheasant and other edible game. Whether or not he ever will use it for that, I don't know.
Well, you know, we all get about $1,200 or so to hearing about the 15th. So, you know, it's a surprise bonus, kind of like a Christmas present. Might be time to go out and buy yourself a Christmas present.
I'm going to. Actually, it'll be my birthday present. And I might even get something for Charles, too. What the heck? Because his
All right, Gunslinger, take it easy.
Night, Gunslinger. Yeah, Charles' birthday is the 22nd, so might just have to get a baby pew pew for him.
Yeah.
that doesn't take powder.
Yeah. So, there's any other fun stuff out there? Fun stuff that you can use to put food on the table that we haven't discussed. Anybody have any other ideas?
Well, if Uncle Al was here, he would be able to give us a ton of ideas.
I know. I sent him the link too. I emailed it to him.
There's no laptop.
Oh, his laptop's down.
Yes.
Oh, and his phone won't. He can't do it on his phone.
Okay, to address Miss Julie's question, Charles is doing fine. We actually walked to Walmart today, and the only complaint he had was, my feet hurt. Tell him to suck it up. Be a man. I'm kidding. I didn't really tell him.
Oh, okay. There we go. I was waiting for someone to do it. Kathy's the one that did it.
Okay. Well, can I finish?
Yep.
The little boy, after sleeping for almost 3 days, having a fever of 100 plus for 4 days, woke up this morning in a great mood. He's got a rash on his back from having a fever for so long, but he was up playing, happy, giddy, being his normal little mischievous self. So he's doing good too. Praise God.
Now, he never did they ever test him?
No, never tested.
So we don't know whether what it was he had.
We know what he had.
Yeah.
The symptoms and the intensity thereof.
Yeah.
But no, it goes back to the no test, no case.
Yeah.
That's how they keep the numbers down.
Yeah.
Anyway, away from that, snares.
Yeah.
Regular traps. Bear traps. Great for home defense.
That too.
Well, isn't that what the whole premise is?
No, it's just, for everything,
Hey, I'm urban. I don't have to worry about bears traipsing through my yard, at least not at the moment. If I start seeing bears traipsing through my yard, that means I'm probably one of the last few people alive in the area. Then I'll worry about it.
Well, you could see bear something traipsing through your yard.
Well, I got all kinds of crap traipsing through the driveway around here. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty. I don't want to waste anything on that dirt. Yes. No,
Snares
I'm not. No.
Snare.
The two-footed type? No, we're going old school Vietnamese, North Vietnamese. We're going to do some of the Viet Cong stuff. When I was a kid, I was fascinated by the punji stick traps and a lot of the snares and stuff the North Viet Cong used. I learned how to build virtually every single one. If it comes to that, I will be building, said many, unique little toys in the woods.
Okay, I'm going to get in trouble here.
Oh, crap.
Hey, talk about snares and stuff. Maybe think of piano wire. Piano wire strung between trees and stuff make a great deterrent for guys sneaking around, running around. But it then reminded me of something we made long time ago. Well beyond the I can't think of it now. I just lost it. The legal term. Anyways, well beyond the time where anybody can be charged with it. About a 1-inch lead shot anchor fishing weight. Two of those 1-inch fishing weights, tennis balls, and piano wire, and a potato gun. You take a tennis ball, you drill a small hole, just enough to get this piano wire into it. The other side, you cut a small X in it so you can peel it open, pull the wire out, attach it to the lead fishing line weight, stuff it back inside the tennis ball. Do that on both ends. You have about 3-4 foot of piano wire between the two balls. You put one ball down inside the potato gun. You stick all the piano wire in there. Put the other ball, pack it down in there, and you fire off your potato gun.
Yes, they're called bolos.
It's called Zombie Eliminator.
I like the proper term, bolo.
But see, it's not meant to wrap around and take. It's meant to cut with that thin piano wire.
See, actually, the best way to implement said bolo would be with the potato cannon that uses AR-15 blanks.
You need something a little bit bigger than that.
Nope.
With that much weight,
Nope.
you probably need a 12 gauge blank.
Nope. Have you not seen the ones that run through AR-15s? They'll shoot a can of pop 200 yards. Full can of pop. There's some compression back there.
Oh, Kathy says,
Yep. Go off.
I like the way Kathy's little poster went from all caps to small lowercase for the last word.
Kind of like she was trying to whisper it.
Yeah. Quebec homesteaded. All right. You're heading out. All right.
All right, Quebec. Have a good one.
Take it easy.
We had a lot from Canadian here tonight. Our Maple Leaf friends come down and joined us. We appreciate it.
They want to know how to get along without powder, since their government limits what powder stuff they can have.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, my devious mind just went back to the three little black books, volumes 1, 2, and 3, and then the Anarchist Cookbook. You were talking about the North Vietnamese and some of the traps they used, but the swing ones as well,
Punji sticks.
Yeah. But again, piano wire mounted on the one end, and it shot so it goes across the front of the door or whatever. Someone's breaking into your house. About this height.
No, I have a better. Let me shoot. Let me see if I can remember where it's at.
Let me go ahead and bump that up and see where we're at here.
Yes, I found it.
Yes.
I will post this over for you to present it to the rest.
Jake said they used picture wire growing up. Yes, that was some good stuff. Still, it's a little stiffer than the piano wire was, but Fishes and Loaves Life. Cocktails, but no one wants to waste their hand sanitizer. We know what type of cocktails you're talking about.
I posted link in private for you to share.
Link in private. Okay.
Yes. I like this place. And if you enter your email, you will get 15% off your first order. I get nothing for saying that. I'm just reading what it said.
Okay.
It's got some pretty nifty toys.
Yes. Okay. Let me go back to the comments. Come on. And I can post that right there. Control V.
Ding, ding, ding.
Chat. And that's what he was talking about. Yes, perimeter triple arms and other fun toys.
Oh, they have some really unique toys.
Oh, they have a lot of unique toys, I see.
Yes, they have flash. They have tear gas. They have just great big loud. They have tripwire. They have Kevlar wire. They have fuse. They've even got mini cannons.
They got smoke grenades.
Oh, yes. And see at the very down underneath other tactical gear, right dead center. Light and sound bear deterrent.
Yeah.
Home defense without having to actually hurt anybody, except your own earballs. And dragon's breath.
Do you know what that says to me? That says to me you have the blanks there, which you can't really, we're not okay. Just pack a little bag, a small baggie of rock salt in front of it.
Oh, there's ways to do certain strange things. If you go to the top here, let me make sure I get the right one here. Second one in on the top. A 12 gauge perimeter line with 209 adapter. That means you can take the 209 primers.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the 209 primer adapter, it's got enough little spots for BBs in each one of those holes or pellets.
Yeah.
So if you place that at the door, so it ain't, and you plug the top few and you put pellets in the bottom few with something like, say, Shugu.
Night, Kathy.
Night, Miss Catty.
Hey, Keith.
Hi, Keith. But yes, there are ways to improvise. I'm not going to say anything further than that because that will have dark men throwing up at both our doors. Nothing, I swear.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just read Loathsome Fish's comment here. Why do I feel like we just all became part of the Lord of the Rings trilogy tonight, but it has more books to come? That would have been would have been the Silmarillion.
We will never tell the truth.
But
our history.
Now that's something interesting just to consider is that you may not have powder, but if you have primers.
Yep. That's the reason I brought it up.
There's other things you can make other than the powder to make stuff go. Some of it gets rather violent.
As in
some of it may totally distort whatever metal tubing you're using by overpowering it if you're not careful.
Never happened.
Oh, hold it. Going to make green chili enchiladas. Mama Z.
You're in a 30-second quarantine timeout. Sharing.
So that's 8:30 Mountain Time.
All I got is one that itty-bitty corn chip left with chili on it. Well,
okay, everyone. Everybody's still in here. So tomorrow morning, 9:30 Central, Mama Z's Kitchen. Oh, yes. Yes, Keith, we were we weren't going to say that or put that out there in print. But yeah, there's stuff you can make homemade stuff like that with.
Yes, I already gave 2 of the 3 components.
With some items you get from hair salon stores.
Or you can go to Home Depot and Lowe's and buy some stump remover and some sugar and one other component. Go check out King of Random. He's made it.
Yeah.
You cook it to a light caramel brown and let it harden in tubes.
No, this stuff you do not want to cook. Once you mix it together, you want to keep it very cool and try to find a plasticizer to mix with it so it stabilizes it.
Or you can make thermite.
That too.
Or negative X. Although with negative X, you don't want it anywhere near any kind of moisture. It will self-ignite.
Yeah.
Once the 2 chemicals are mixed, any kind of moisture, even high humidity in the air, will cause it to self-ignite. Negative X is extremely dangerous. But it's also much fun.
No, Keith, you don't need to send us any.
Hey, Palmetto.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah, so, I can use 22 pounds up there, Keith.
Pull that down. So, so everyone that just came in at the last here, let me sneak back here. See if I can get this back to the beginning. Somewhat close to the beginning.
While he does that, I'm going to go refill my cup.
All right. So what we've talked about so far, which you may want to go back and watch the whole thing. But we talked about bow and arrows, and then we went to the longbow, the longbow, modern version of bows, the Mongolian recurve, a recurve longbow, which is hard and heck to pull. And it got into the all the new fancy ones, and then got into the real high speed Anita Eagle, which is a breaking recurve compound bow. And there it is pulled. And then we started talking about crossbows. We went through the history of some of the crossbows, showed one that you guys can make yourself. crossbow. Anthony, there's a project for you. And started showing all the evolution of crossbows. So they got bigger and badder and uglier, and someone actually made one to look like a you know what. And then the newest one, which is a tension cable system. And then we went to the crossbow pistols. And then we showed a video of Lars Anderson, which, give me a second here. I'll just post the link so everybody can go look at Lars Anderson again. Back here, Lars Anderson and his amazing shooting skills of stuff. But let me grab the link here. Put that in there. Oh, watch this. He grabs it out of the air and shoots the arrow back. Anyways, yeah, this guy was, at this time, he was only shooting for 10 years. Anyways, let's drop that back down, go to this. So we showed Lars. And then we went into slingshots from the ones we used to have as kids to the evolution of slingshots to high-tech ones with lasers and all sorts of fun stuff. Ones you can go fishing with. We talked about BB guns, had some stuff on the, a couple shots on the video, on the internet. Just talked just briefly about it. Then we went to pellet guns, showed some of the original ones, and they get more modern. Now they talked about the pellets, talked about the big bad boys that have 3,000 compressed cylinders on it that shoot it out at 1,000 feet per second. One that actually shoots arrows for like that. Getting into the big boys, and this is the one that the 45, the 4.57 caliber one, and how you can run them just straight off the tanks at the gun range, and that's what we talked about. There.
Well, if you really want to pierce armor, there's not very many that'll actually do it, depending on the type of armor you're referring to. If you're talking soft body armor, they'll all do it. Heck, my cheap shot will do it. If you're talking the hard armor, I think there may be one, and it's a prototype, and it takes a lot to bring the line back to it.
All right. All right. Sort of. If you go to what's called the trebuchet, which is not a single person portable one. It's a supersized, it's a piece crossbow. It's an artillery piece, basically, from back with the knights and stuff. One of those with a special tip on it, yeah, it'll go right through, up to I think they've got it through like 1/2-inch steel. They'll get it to go through on some of those big old ones they were testing. But who can pack one of those around? Not me.
Sure, I can. I can put around an 80-pound backpack just because I'm me and I said I can, and I'm going to do it. Good for you.
Okay. Okay, Hulk.
I wasn't referring to myself. I'm referring to somebody else in the community.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, Hulk.
Soft armor? Yeah, my cheap shot 130 can defeat soft armor.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, let me find it here real quick here. He was just doing that here. Yeah, that was it. Okay, I'm going to throw this back up here. This is Lars Anderson. And he is shooting at chainmail and leather armor. And it's sticking through the chainmail armor and the leather and through it. So watch, look at this. That's why the old school way is better. Okay, back to us. Later, Liberty Garden. Take it easy.
Nanette. Sleep tight. Don't let the
Being
Democrats
petite, I do need small weapons that can take down bears.
Well, there is a company that makes a hand cannon. Actually, there's a couple different ones
Yeah,
that'll do it.
I got one.
One is called a 500 Smith & Wesson. And if you put the 300 solid cast projectiles through it, it'll take out a bear. Caution, you might need reconstructive surgery of your hand afterwards because they hurt.
And you may need to have padding under your butt because it's going to knock you back on your butt.
Yeah, if you petite and ain't never shot one before, you might even have a little line right across your face. It's one of the biggest hand cannons you can get.
Yeah.
Especially
There's another one that's been around for many years, over 30 years, called Thompson. At the originally, it was Thompson Contender, then they merged with another company. It's now Thompson Center. It's a single shot pistol, but the barrels are interchangeable, and you can go up to a 45-70 on it. I have a 30 8-inch barrel on it right now. I also happen to have a 32-70 for it. But yeah.
Desert Eagle that makes a 50 AE.
Yeah.
It's got a nice bark.
All right, Howard, take it easy.
Desert Eagle makes several calibers. They even make a barrel changing kit for their small and big ones. So you could go virtually any size with most any of their models. I actually considered picking up a baby Desert Eagle a couple of years back with the interchangeable barrels. And the guy says, yeah, I'll let you have it real cheap. I said, okay, I'll meet you over there. We'll take a look at it. Yeah, he said one number on the phone, and when I got there, he said an entirely different number. I said, no, thank you. Nice, but no, thank you. He said, what's wrong? I said, you increased the price of that gun by $1,200. Oh, did I? Yes, you did. Have a nice day, sir. Yes, you can run with them. They're only hand cannons. Actually, the Desert Eagle is about that big. And the 58 is about that big.
Okay, yeah, so here's one of the 50 calibers there, some of the pistols and stuff. This is a Thompson Contender setup of one, but the one I was looking for, now there was a 50 caliber single shot pistol that it didn't have a bolt action on it at all. The butt of it twisted off, and it was a single shot, and it shot the Browning 50 caliber. In fact, it was similar to this one right here, only it was a pistol version. Come on. Yeah, so it just opened up the back. Yeah, so it may have been this company here, this 50 cal single shot rifle. I bet it's the pistol. The same company made the pistol at the time. They may not make it anymore because it hurt from everybody that shot it.
This is one that every person should own right here. I shared it. Everybody should own one of these.
All right, now we're getting back into gunpowder stuff.
Hey.
Yeah. We're just, I know we're answering the questions in the side chat. We covered all the non-powder stuff. All right.
But everybody should have one. I just wish they dropped the price by like $2,000. And I'd have one.
Yeah.
That you can reach out and touch somebody with. Or stop a vehicle if need be. Or you can decapitate a zombie within 1 second. And the 5 behind it.
Where is it?
They also make, Serbu also makes a semi-automatic of the same thing.
There it is.
If you go watch Kentucky Ballistics, You can see him shoulder a semi-automatic 50 BMG. And he's also shot a fully automatic 50 BMG from the shoulder. I would not want to be that shoulder in the morning. It's going to hurt.
Okay. Let me do this. Give me a second here. Okay. It's going to take more than a second. It's not wanting to load properly.
Have some fun. I can hear the dishes now. Julie, get over here and wash this right now.
So I thought that one was CO2. All right. Is this going to work?
That one I showed was a single shot 50 BMG. I don't have anything to give comparison to. It's a big bullet.
I have something to give comparison to.
Okay. 454 Casull is pretty nice. Oh dear, here we go with the 20.
Onzo Ironworks.
It's an anti-tank weapon.
Anti-material weapon.
Yeah. If you know where to place the shot, it's an anti-tank weapon.
Yeah.
You look for that little teeny spotting glass the driver's looking through. Put that through his glass because it will penetrate, and the tank stops.
Or if you get behind it, you put it in the right spot and the motor stops.
Yeah, that too.
All right. Let's see. 3 shots he's going to put through this thing. Watch his body.
He's a little too
3,
relaxed.
2.
Oh, this will be easy.
Okay.
Man.
1.
Just knocked him back about 2 inches.
I know a little bit more than that, but
he's going up. I better move up a little bit on that. He's still way too relaxed holding that thing.
Yeah, about 4 inches it moved back. And shoved him back too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was another 2 inches right there.
That's what I call my anti-pedophile weapon. that bad boy shoots it at hang on, what was the distance on it here? I can find the data on it again.
Loaves, it's real.
Yeah, 2.7 miles is what the range is on that rifle. That last shot, when he readjusted the rifle on the last shot, he lost his sight picture on the target. He had to get it back on the target. All right, Anthony.
Right.
Yeah.
Wide family? No, that's not $1.50, $2 a bullet. The 20
25.
millimeter shells are almost $100 a piece.
If you want to, if you want to load your own, the casings are $25 each.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but let me take this down here.
Yeah, Julie's anti-pedophile weapon's a little bit more close range.
Okay. Now, that same company here for you, Dave, makes a 50 cal one. And that looks like it's got like a 10-shot mag on it. But
actually, right now, if I can get the deals done, I'm trying to get done, which I don't know if it can happen or not. I'm trying to pick up a 300 blackout pistol size for home defense.
Shoot.
Then I'll just go with the normal, everybody's bread and butter. And no, I'm not talking machete type either.
Dave, do you remember what that was when you looked it up? That was a Heritage what?
Rough Rider.
Rough Rider.
Excuse me. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Okay.
I want to be bringing that up, so I won't.
All right. This Heritage Rough Rider here, 6-shot, 22 long rifle, or you can swap out the cylinder swaps out, and you put a 22 Magnum cylinder in there. And yeah, I got 2 of them here at the house. One is mine, one is my son's. And right now it's sitting behind me with the 22 Magnum cylinder in it, loaded with 22 Magnum CCI shot shells. I can't show it on a live stream. Yeah, AI goes, oh, he's gonna somebody on a live, no. But so.
Oh my gosh. They claim it's us preppers, and yet it's the media making the problem.
Which one are you watching now?
Oh, I'm just looking at a news headline.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
you can look at it and decide whether or not you want to actually put it up. But it's
that's what oh shoot. Let's go back here real quick. Check this other one real quick here. Got to go back to my trash. Hang on here. It's hang on. Let me open that there. Go back here. Inbox. Whoa. Okay. And go to here. Go to the
hence why we were talking about what would you do if you ran out of powder.
Yeah.
It's not us people who prepare or advance preparing for emergencies. It's the media causing the doggone problem.
Yeah.
The media is the one causing all this fear. I ain't going to be able to get it tomorrow. I better go buy it all today. Then they throw half of it away in a week and a half because they never used it.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Let me put something else here. Over here on this. Come on. Dang it. Okay. Pause it. I'm going to put this link here for video. This is North Country Off-Grid video he put out today. And basically, all right, this is Chad up there, the homestead up in the panhandle of Idaho. And he's talking about, where was it here? Come on. I know I had it a second ago. He has a clipping thing on it here, news thing. Basically, he's talking about the people that are snowflakes are complaining bitterly and blaming the preppers for them not being able to get any toilet paper or food at the stores, but they're just sitting at their homes whining and complaining and not doing anything about going out and getting toilet paper, food, and other supplies. And they're blaming us. So that's a good video on it. He makes out some good points. He really calls them down on the carpet and rips them a new one. But it's like, hey, it was not the preppers running out there and grabbing everything. It's the other idiots like themselves running out and beating those people to getting it. And now they were slow on getting out there because they were drinking the Kool-Aid of the government's going to take care of them and all their needs at all times. So anyways, that's a real good video tonight. And it really, shows that, hey, it's not us are the ones that are doing it. It's the ones that didn't prepare at all and are going, everybody's going to the store. I better go to the store too. Oh, they're grabbing toilet paper. I'll get toilet paper too. Yeah. Oh, Dave, about a month ago, I saw an interesting sight at Sam's Club. This lady with her shopping cart goes in, gets about a dozen gallons of milk.
She can't drink all that.
No.
And
it's like,
for me.
Why? And she gave me a dirty look. And I said, I said, why? She gave me a dirty look and went off and got stuff. She went out she loaded up her cart, paid for it, left. I was checking out some other stuff, just doing some general price checking and stuff. She comes back in with another cart, and then she loads it up with hamburger.
Well, see, hamburger, I can kind of understand because you can freeze that.
Yeah.
But the milk, I can't. No. You can't drink it after it's been frozen.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Okay, you can't. Okay.
No, I can't stand it. It tastes like water.
Yeah. Loaves and fishes making cheese. Not with 1%.
Because that's what happens when you freeze it. It turns to 1%.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, so that's one of the things you got to consider, because one of the things that Chad was also talking about was the fact that these same people are complaining and whining because now they need to, I better go get a pew pew. And they go running off to get one. And it's like, what do you mean I can't get it on? I mean, first they go to their computer. I can't order online, get it shipped to my house online. Why not? It's easy to get it. That's what the Pelosi's saying, that anybody can just get one. We need to have more laws against it. So then they go running down to the store and they go, 15-day waiting period.
Yeah. And what was funny is I actually watched a guy, I don't know if it was staged or not, because it was kind of a hidden camera type thing by the employee behind the counter, but he'd been taping people all day long. And some guy come in and said, I want a 223 with a silencer on it. So the guy handed him first the initial background check. Then he handed him the form for doing the silencer tax stamp. And as he handed him the form, he said, oh, by the way, that's $200 just for that piece of paper. The guy blew a cork. He says, what? I was told silencers are cheap. You didn't have to pay anything extra for them. You could get them real easy. He says, oh, no, by the way, that AR you want, it doesn't fit inside California's policies, so we can't sell you that one. But it's here in the book. I can't sell you that one. You got to take the one that's on the wall, and that's a 10-day waiting period for that one, if you pass the background investigation. He says, have you ever been convicted of any felonies? And the guy says, well, I got child support on my record. That's not a felony. He says, in the state of California, it is. It's class 5 felony in the state of California. I'm sorry, so you can't have one. The guy ran out of the store screaming, calling everybody in there a bunch of dirty, dirty, dirty words. He was not a happy camper.
Yeah.
And if you want to see some of the most hilarious, insane, idiotic things that anti-gun people say, go check out Colin Noir. Most people probably already know who that is. He is a lawyer from down south who is a pro-2 gunner. And he loves covering Bloomberg and everybody else. He just makes a mockery out of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what's going on really big in California, is all these snowflakes, or you prefer far left wingnuts, are going out. Oh, I gotta go buy. I gotta go get a gun. I gotta go get this. I gotta go do that. And they get down there and they find out. First, they find out they can't just order it online and have it shipped to their house. They have to have it shipped to a dealer.
And that's only if they pass the background investigation the first time. And guess what? Some dealers run a second one anyway.
Yeah. And so they go down to the store, see if they can just pick one up from the local gun store. And then they get all that, find out all that stuff. Well, you got to do this. It's for pistols, it's the 15-day waiting period. It's this. Oh, you can only get it with a 5-round magazine for rifles, all this other stuff. And they're all, but they're saying, Newsom's saying this, that you can't, that it's so easy to get that. That's why he's trying to ban them all, because everyone can get them really easy. Not.
Oh, you want to hear the latest thing Mr. Bloomsburg or Nutcase said?
What?
He was on a TV, mainstream media, and the lady reporter was actually grilling him pretty hard. I'm kind of proud of her. And she brought up the question about round capacity. He said, well, if you only need 3 rounds. If you can't hit a deer in 3 rounds, then you just don't need that deer. God wants that deer to live anyway. I say, what? So, yeah. Go check out Calling on Noir.
Yeah.
And he's got it. See, yesterday or today's video, and there's a couple more on Mr. Bloomsburg, who wears bloomers at night.
Yeah, I saw that someone put a video link. One of my coworkers put that video link to that on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's also the recording that he's trying to block and keep off, and I've downloaded it once, and I may actually go download it and store it to a second device, where he says a lot of very racist things trying to promote gun safety.
Yeah. Do you have the link to that? Is it still up, or
what?
That video you were just talking about?
Calling on Noir. Give me a few minutes, and I'll go find it. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I'll throw that. We can throw that link up here for everybody, and then I'll go and download it myself. Huh?
Give everybody a good laugh for the night if my computer will straighten up. Yeah,
Walmart's limiting there to only 50 people at a time. If they did only 50 people at a time in the one Walmart here in Idaho Falls, those 50 people will never see each other the entire time they're in there. That store is so huge. And here's the other thing that's really wanked out is that the Home Depot, they got the one door blocked out, so everybody's got to come through the other door, but they have nobody there watching it. Why, and they're making you go through the farthest door away from most of the parking lot.
Well, my Walmart now has a aisle that everybody has to line up in. Mm-hmm. And you're supposed to maintain 6-foot distance as you're entering the store, which when Charles and I tried going in there today, we had to stop. I actually had to let the doors close, so I was less than 6 feet in front of from the person in front of me. The people behind me were trying to climb over top of me to try and get in the damn door. Oh, let's see, where is it?
But yeah,
I'm just gonna put up his YouTube video list, and people can go check out at their leisure, Mr. Noir.
The other interesting thing here. Ooh, Southern California Steve just got a good shaking tonight.
Really?
4.9 Southern California. Ooh, a 4.6 about 10 minutes earlier. They had a 4.6 and a 4.9. Wake up, Southern California.
Good morning.
And this is all right. Sam's Clubs has new senior hours. Sam's Club's hours are on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 to 9 for our members age 60 plus and at risk. Special shopping hours includes our pharmacy and optical centers. Free curbside cortege, I can't pronounce the word now. Pickup service for senior and at-risk members who need to shop during these special hours and do not feel comfortable coming inside the building. That's something cool that the Sam's Club is doing. And Walmart, where was it? Walmart was doing early on Tuesday mornings. I don't see that email. What happened to it? Walmart's doing it just on Tuesday mornings, 6 to 7 in the morning, 1 hour before it opens to the public.
Holy, okay, there we go.
So
Facebook was trying to block him. I'll give you this. I put that. Did you put that in the link?
There we go. Okay, pull it up. Come on, highlight. There we go, highlighted. Send.
Okay, and the next one I just put up is his Facebook page, which shows one where Mr. Fartberg or Bloomberg is talking.
Buttberg?
Yeah. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry, I can't
Oh,
understand.
shoot, dang it. Hang on, I'm got to correct this. Let's go. Okay, there's the Facebook one. Go back into the private chat. Pull the proper one out of there. Dummy me. Tried to repost it to the private chat. Okay, there we go. So there's that and that over here. And what was the one on do you remember what that one was called?
It's the one about Bloomberg is the second one on his Facebook page. So go down to the second video. The top video is hilarious too. Mayor of Texas City says,
y'all criminals, y'all take a break and y'all relax right now until we get this here thing taken care of. Y'all need to take a break so our police officers can do their job and go home to their families. So y'all just take a break right now.
Is that one called why Bloomberg is the biggest threat to the?
If it's the second video down, yeah.
Well, I'm not on. I can't get on Facebook. I'm just looking at his other ones here. What's the name of the one on Facebook?
Yeah, the one on Facebook. It's the second video down. Miss Kathy says we're great, but she can't spend our whole life with us.
Yeah, I thought she left already.
She did. I have private information.
Oh, she's on. Let's see if I can get this to go over here then. And actually, I need to go back here and go back into here. Pull this one here up. Go over here. It's not giving. It's not taking me into his page there. It's just, a part of it. It's not showing in his videos or.
It will take a while. It took like 30 seconds for mine to load.
Oh, I have to go. Now give me something else. Okay, so really, I had it there for a second and it disappeared.
Yeah, Facebook actively tries to censor him.
Okay, is that the one where he's okay? There's no video link on that. There. Oh. Okay, I can't find it there. I found an article here, but there's no video. Let's see what happens. No, it just gives me a picture. Oh, there it is. It's way down in the bottom here. No, that's something else, isn't it? Let's see. No, that's his tactical shop.
He's actually got some pretty good stuff in there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find. I see the one about the mayor here, but that's the second one down doesn't. Let me see here.
I don't know. It may have gotten removed by Facebook.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it took 30 seconds for mine to load and it was skippy, which means they're messing with it.
Yeah.
They do that to him constantly. He'll put up a video and then like an hour later, it's gone.
Yeah. Okay. The one on his YouTube channel is why Bloomberg is the biggest threat to the Second Amendment. That's a Democratic debate video. Not sure if that's the one or not.
I don't think that one is, but
yeah. Let's get back to the regular comments so I can see what's going on here.
not much.
Okay. Well, and yeah, we're cranking it here beyond.
They honestly don't know Wide Family. They have no clue. My school, or not mine, Charles's school, said that they received a private memo. And I don't know how accurate their private memo is because I can't see the source. That they're not expecting to be able to go back to school at the beginning of the year, just partway through it. And that's here now, good old Buckeye State, where they can't get their heads out of their butts to save their own lives. Hey, Bubbles. Butterfly has fluttered into the room. So yeah, our beloved Buckeye governor and his lady doctor friend have actually no clue what they're telling you, sadly.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact of at least one case that'll never be reported. Right over there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we were not supposed to be talking about this stuff.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to check something out here. Give me a second here. I'm trying to bring something up here in particular. Yes, there it is. Okay, here we go. All right. I guess it was about a month and a half ago on Will's channel when we were talking about, prepper weapons that make sense. And I brought this up. Back then, the price on these was $1,058. So it's gone up $179 in a month.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, inflation. No. Price gouging. Yes.
Supply and demand.
Heavy supply or a little supply, heavy demand causes prices to go.
Yeah. But it's only it only went up $179. Some rifles and stuff have gone up $300, $400, $500.
The funny thing is, if you search arms list just for kicks and giggles and look at what some of these people are offering, I found it hilarious that I found one type that retails for $400 and there's people on there selling it for $800 and $900. I sent a guy an email. I said, "Do you realize for what you're asking, I can go out and buy two brand new off the showroom floor?" He said, "Well, go do it then." I said, "You know what? I really don't want what you're offering, so I'm not going to."
Yeah. But I do know that it's a federal crime and I've already copied your site down and I'm going to send it off to the Department of Consumer Affairs. So you can expect some federal agents knocking on your door shortly.
No, the ATF is actually the one that would be interested in what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because the way he's listed it and the way he's got it in the picture leads me to believe he's not somebody that probably should have one in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Bubbles. There are some stores that are limiting you to one item of each item. So like you go down to cereal aisle, you can only get one box of cornflakes, one box of Toasty Oats, one box of Fruit Loops. You can't get 3 boxes of Fruit Loops. You can only get one, and so you got to break it up.
Blueberry.
The interesting thing, when I was at Sam's Club, they had a lot of stuff around on the shelves. Certain items had one item only, list a sign on it, and on the pricing they had it typed in, highlighted in yellow. one item per customer, and then some others say 3 items per customers, and the milk said 5 items per customer on the milk. But they didn't have any 1%. All they had was non-fat, 2%, and whole.
I'll fill up on the whole. Thank you. Well, I'll just buy the 1 gallon because as a rule, there's usually some left at the end of the month. We don't usually go through a full gallon of milk.
Yeah. So
I had somebody give me a gallon of milk. We drank maybe a third of it before it spoiled. It's like, well, I appreciate the offer, but we're wasting more than we're using. It's kind of pointless.
Yeah. Fortunately, none of the stores around here yet, knock on wood, are limited on how many boxes of shells you can buy. But I'm all stocked up now. I did at Cabela's, they had what they considered an off-brand, and a lot of people won't buy it because it looks like an off-brand of 22 long rifles, but I've done some research on it, and it's actually it has pretty good reviews on it. And they had the box of 50 for was it $2.99, and everything else was like $5.99, $6.99, $7.99. So I grabbed a half a dozen of them at that price. That's target range.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is yeah. So yeah, with tax on it, it's probably going to cost me $1,500 to get one of these. Question is, I'm torn. Do I want the 257 caliber, or do I want the 4.57 caliber? With this one, I can definitely hunt deer and elk with.
Well, actually, the whole question should be, is what size lead mold can you buy to create your own rounds?
I can buy any of them down at the local store.
Right. So what you do is you figure out what size mold works best for you, and then start outsourcing, like at tire changing places. When they pull the old tire weights off, they usually just throw them away.
Yeah.
Folks are usually can't reuse them. Strike up a deal with them. Say, hey, any of them you pull off, save them for me off to the side, and I'll come pick them up for you, and you ain't got to dispose of them. Because when they have to throw those away, there's actually a tax that they're supposed to pay on the lead.
Yeah.
It's hazardous. So if you strike up a deal with them and start getting that lead given to you, and if you've got a mold and a way to melt it properly, and then skim off the gook off the top,
yeah,
rounds, you can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 8,000 rounds of ammo, and it'll cost you very, very little or nothing.
Miss Wowie, she's back. Hi, Miss Laurie.
Yeah, I remember the brick of 500 being $10 as well. Actual $9.99 at Kmart, and that was Federal box of Federal 22 long rifles, $9.99 at Kmart. And when they had on the blue light special, it was $7.99.
How many people remember walking through Kmart, seeing that little blue go in different departments every hour?
Yeah.
How many stayed in Kmart long enough to see them switch it from one department to another?
Yeah.
As a child, my mom would sit there and wait. I know they're going to put it over in the women's clothing here in a few minutes. After that, they're going to the kids' clothes. You're getting blue light special clothes this evening. Yes.
Yeah. Well, guys, we've been at it for over 2 hours. So I'm going to thank you all kindly for being in here. And I want to check one other thing here real quick.
Bobcat or deer? I would rather fight a bobcat than a deer. Bobcats are usually smaller,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit sharper claws, but they don't kick as hard as a deer does. And if you get kicked by them razor sharp back claws or hoofs on a deer, it will slice and dice you just like a julienne pepper getting sliced through a blender.
Yeah. I'm not worried about the deer kicking. It's them antlers. They flick like this, and suddenly you got 3 big old gashes and all your intestines are hanging out. So we're getting ready to, okay, and don't attack anything over 90 pounds. All right, all. We're going to say goodnight, and we will see you tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock Mountain, 7 o'clock Eastern. I have the Green Wizard coming on. All right, so the Green Wizard will be here tomorrow, 5 o'clock Mountain, 6 Central, 7 Eastern.
It's okay, Bubbles. We appreciate you coming by. Appreciate it
Yeah.
greatly.
Yeah, we had some fun stuff in the beginning. All righty.
Middle, as always.
Yeah. So, and with that, we'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.